Welcome, Sigma, to the 0.01%.
¿Qué lo que, mi gente? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna go over the Renko MACD and we're gonna go over the Renko MACD overlay. Now, these are also proprietary algorithms and indicators that we've created to represent what Renko does on the chart. All right, so what we did is we took the MACD and then we threw Renko bricks at it, and now it's a Renko MACD. Then we took the Renko MACD and then we overlaid it on the chart. So now you have two options. You can use the Renko MACD as your entry and exit points, but then if it's too confusing for you, we made it easy and put it on top of the chart as well, so you can visualize and match up where to enter and exit via the candlesticks, right? So if that makes sense to you, we're just gonna go over to the chart so I can show you what it does, the settings, how to use it, different ways of using it, and then go from there. See you guys at the charts. Guys, so we're back on the NASDAQ 5-minute on TradingView. So we're gonna put the Renko MACD overlay and the Renko MACD on the chart. This is for our paid subscribers, whether you're a premium, elite, lifetime of either, you have access to these systems. So you go to the indicators, you guys are gonna have it in your invite only scripts. So once you click on an indicator, let's select one for example, you're going to go in and type in agree in all lowercase. I already have it up. So here it is, right? So now we got the Renko MACD. And if we look at the Renko overlay and we go into the settings of the Renko band itself, right? We have all the traditional settings of the Renko chart that we have on TradingView. You go into the Renko MACD, okay? And you also have the table, you have the lines, projections and stuff like that. And then you also have the same. So this is key. If you're going to use the Renko band and the Renko MACD, you want to have it so they're matching. So if you're using traditional on the candles, right, 20 points, you want it on traditional here. Make sure the source or the high low is the same, and then make sure just everything lines up. Now this is not so different from your regular MACD. You have your fast, your slow, the signal length, then you have the overbought, oversold areas as well. You can change the colors, and then you have the alerts. The signal cross, when it crosses here, you can see we have a short signal, and then weakening trend, and the zero line cross. So you can see these actually are showing you when the trend is weakening. And then you have the zero cross labels and stuff like that we're going to get into in a second. So here we have signals cross. If you click on the settings, you go to none, short, or full, and these will give you the full label signal cross. Here, zero cross label if you want a short, if you want a full. This will give you the zero cross and the price. Now, the price is directly reflected on what's on top of the chart. So you don't see a lot of this in a lot of indicators on TradingView where, let me actually scale in a little bit, my apologies, where they will actually be able to overlay that information on the chart. So yeah, let me scale this in. All right, there we go. Right, so it's a very simple indicator. You just have to make sure that the Renko, once you have a clear understanding of Renko, it's matching on both sides. So I'm gonna press OK here, and then I'm gonna click the engine. You can see right here, I have the Renko MACD overlay, and I click on that. Now, what you're gonna see is the Renko MACD is the main focus, but then we also have the Renko band engine and the overlay of the actual Renko MACD on top of the engine. So you can see there are two separate indicators from the Renko MACD to the Renko MACD overlay, but then that band is up top and it's not showing. If I click it, is actually another indicator. So you have the band inside the Renko MACD overlay, just to make that clear for you guys. Okay, so I know that my head is kind of, let me just scale this out. You can see we have the directional bias, you have the table, all the information you need associated to the oscillator itself, right? So put this back, and I'm gonna just take my horizontal line, and you can see where I get the short signal, I'm also getting on top of the chart, right? And this is updating in real time to what's happening in the oscillator itself, okay? So you can see even though it's going up, the signal line hasn't broken, right? The signal line hasn't broken here in the oscillator, so it's still signifying a weakening trend. So that means the signal cross, this purple line will have to cross above 11,892. 11,892, you can see this is the price for this to be a green, another valid buy signal. So that's what's happening. So we go back here as well, we got this buy for this long right here, and it's because the threshold was met, and you got that that long trend up. So even when we get these alerts here of weakening trend, right, it almost crossed through but didn't, and you were able to stay in the trend longer. So this replaces, you know, things like your super trend or whatever to help you get into the trend, stay in the trend longer. And you can use this as directional and confirmation for momentum and stuff like that. It's a very, very simple indicator. If you go into the overlay, right, we got our zero cross for the Renko MACD. So that means that if you change any settings in the Renko MACD, you're going to want to come into the overlay and do the same thing so it can reflect those settings. You can also show the histogram of the MACD here, and it's just going to fill in that band. So you're going to see the representation of the histogram itself on the chart on top. Hyper focus means that it's just going to stick to price a little more. Other than that, it kind of acts like a really good dynamic support and resistance, where it will just kind of stay away but then cross immediately when, you know, it actually does cross. So you can use these things as a threshold. It's almost like an Ichimoku cloud, if you're familiar with that, EMA clouds, stuff like that, your super trend, PSA SARs, but this is actually the MACD just with Renko calculations, you know, behind it. So it allows you to get into shorts like this, and then, you know, get into here and exit and stuff like that. All of that stuff is built in. Shows your crosses, right? So we got full, there's Renko MACD, so let's go here. So yeah, guys, so everything is built into here. I think this is a really great indicator. So you can have all the same zero cross labels and all that on top, so you can see where you are respective to the oscillator itself. So there's the zero cross, and there's the same price on the zero cross. So that means price has to cross here, and now you're going to be on the below end of the MACD. So this is a very, very powerful trading strategy. And it's actually one of my favorite indicators that we've ever created based on what we're able to do here. And the next update, which will probably happen immediately after this video, we're going to add the high and low band thresholds, and it's going to allow you to be able to scalp and stuff like that. So it'll tell you the prices in which the next break will populate on the high and on the low. So if you like this indicator, share it, share the video, like the video. The link to the indicator is down in the description. And you know, like, comment, subscribe for more. Give me some suggestions of what you want to see. Very, very simple indicator. It literally tells you what to do, and then you just use it accordingly to stay in trends and exit trades when see fit. All right, peace.